are ready for competition. You may begin when ready. Good luck.
Welcome back, everyone, to continuing coverage of the Southland Bowling League Championships 2021 edition. My name is Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling. I want to welcome you into today's broadcast as we are in round 4 of competition now. On the left side of your screen, in the Contenders bracket, both of these teams have already lost once. It's a double elimination format here. We have Louisiana Tech, the number 2 seed, the Lady Texters, coming in and taking on the number 1 seeds, Arkansas State, the Red Wolves. So the number 1 seed and number 2 seeds have both lost in competition thus far. I'll recap that in a little while. But they're taking each other on. And the format today for both matches that we have, and I'll get to the other match in a moment, is one traditional team game, just like you would normally see in league or anything else like that. 5 bowlers, total score. Whoever wins gets a point. Then on the same pair of lanes, the ladies are going to take to the lanes, and they will bowl 5 games of Baker. Total pinfall again, total pinfall. And if a team were to win both, they advance. If it's 1-1, then they go to a best of 7 Baker head-to-head matches. Over on lanes 19 and 20, we have the winner's bracket featuring the number 5 seed coming into this, Sam Houston State Bearcats. And coming into this as well, the number 3 seed Vanderbilt Commodores. The Commodores are coached by John Williamson and assistant head coach Josie Ernest Barnes. Sam Houston Bearcats, Brad Hagan has been their head coach and still is. It's good to see Brad here. Louisiana Tech is coached by Matt Nantas. And Arkansas State, your Red Wolves, Justin Kostick, your head coach, and Tashiana Sararis, your assistant coach. Glad you're with us here today. We're in New Orleans, Louisiana, Harahan, Louisiana to be exact, Colonial Bowling Lanes. Real quickly, because I know you guys like this stuff, here's the pattern. It's a 2.4 to 1 ratio pattern, very flat. But scoring pace has been pretty good on this. Ladies are able to play to the outside part of the lane. They do get tricky, but there is friction down lane on this 43-foot oil pattern, believe it or not. Hasn't necessarily been too hard to find the pocket. If you do miss left, you do go high like you just saw there on the left side of your screen. And there is quite a bit on the line here this year. An automatic berth in the NCAA championships to the champion. Ooh, just barely gets the 10. So as I said, this is a bracket. So we started yesterday morning on Friday with Arkansas State taking on Valparaiso, and Arkansas State advanced. Also had Youngstown State taking on Sam Houston, and Sam Houston advanced. Also in the first round, we had Vanderbilt taking on Tulane, and Vanderbilt advanced, and Louisiana Tech taking on Stephen F. Austin, and Louisiana Tech advanced. Then we saw Arkansas State bowl Sam Houston, and Sam Houston advanced, and Vandy bowled La Tech, and Vandy advanced. Then in the Contenders bracket, Valparaiso took on Youngstown State, and it was Youngstown State over Valparaiso, and Valparaiso ended their tournament. Tulane took on Stephen F. Austin, and Stephen F. Austin advanced, so Tulane went home. 6 teams left coming in to today, and then this morning we saw Youngstown State and Arkansas State battle it out. Arkansas State swept 2-0, and then Stephen F. Austin took on Louisiana Tech, and Louisiana Tech defeated Stephen F. Austin 2-0 as well. So that's what we have left. We have 4 teams left. Louisiana Tech taking on Arkansas State in the Contenders bracket. Neither team can lose anymore, otherwise they go home, so we will have a team eliminated here. And then over in the winners bracket, Sam Houston State against Vandy. Tomorrow morning we'll be back at 8 a.m. with the winner of this match taking on the loser of the match on the right. The winner on the left, loser on the right, bowl each other, see who's going to bowl for the title against the team that wins on the right-hand side of your screen on 19 and 20. NCAA Women's Collegiate Bowling at your finest here. Want to shout out some VIPs that we do have here on hand for this event. We've got Rick Barbera here as the head tournament official. Thomas Samuel is here from the Southland Bowling League. And the entire staff here at Colonial Lanes have been here helping us out the entire weekend. Gracious hosts, done a great job. Got a question in the chat about, is this heavy oil? 29 milliliters of oil is quite a bit of oil on this Brunswick lane surface that we're using here, synthetic lane surface. So it's quite a bit of oil, but there is enough change of direction down lane that you see the ladies' bowling balls make quite a move into the pocket. Early on in competition here, we've got we're just about 2 frames in, and we've got quite a few doubles to start across both pairs of lanes. Players lined up early here. Should be a little high scoring in the last round. Just to give you a little idea on scoring pace. Louisiana Tech bowled 994. Arkansas State bowled 1055. Those two teams are bowling against each other, so a little over a 200 average. Oh boy. Woo, I didn't know if that was going to hook back or not. So Sam Houston State has 2 opening triples and then 2 in the 3-hole. I thought we were going to get another one there. Just a little bit outside. That's got to feel good to get a strike on the board after 2 splits for opens for Arkansas State. I guess Arkansas State and Louisiana Tech wanted to make things difficult on all of us watching at home, both wearing red for this matchup. Could you imagine watching an NFL game where both teams are wearing the same color jerseys? Yeah, there is fresh lane condition out there, Lane. Donnie, Arkansas State is bowling right now on the left side of your screen. They're in red, but that doesn't do you a lot of good. Their shirts say Arkansas State on the back, where the other red team says Louisiana Tech. Although ponytails and longer hair does make it difficult to read. Got a significant amount of strikes on the board on both pairs here. Again, contenders bracket on the left, winners bracket on the right. 8 teams consist of the Southland Bowling League. They are these 4 teams here, plus Valparaiso, Youngstown State, Tulane, and Stephen F. Austin. Chris wants to see the totals on the scoreboard. I can do that, but it's let me see what I can do on that one. Man, they are really flirting with the gutter there. Wow, Daryl Reasonover lets us know. He says, hopefully Vanderbilt's women's team can throw a lot of strikes just like their baseball team today. There was a no-hitter for Vanderbilt. That's cool. If Arkansas State advances, they will bowl again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. They would basically bowl every time we're on the air between now and the end of the tournament because they'd have to make it out of the contenders bracket. The lanes do appear to be a little bit tighter down lane than they were earlier today. Internally, a little housekeeping here. I've been referring to Sam Houston State University as Sam Houston State University, and I noticed on the sheet that they're just known as Sam Houston, not Sam Houston State. So I just come to find out that Sam Houston in the last 4 to 6 months has changed their name in athletics. It's Sam Houston State as far as the college is concerned, but the athletics want to be known as Sam Houston. So it's no longer Sam Houston State. I'm going to have to get used to that. It's just the Sam Houston Bearcats. The banner on the wall in here says Sam Houston State. The score sheet says Sam Houston. The website says Sam Houston State, but athletics says Sam Houston. And for those of you that were running a pool on how many times I would say Sam Houston this weekend, your over just came in. Arkansas State having a little team meeting here after 4 consecutive opens in the 4th frame. So right now we got about a 40-pin lead for Louisiana Tech. Vanderbilt's got a couple of bowlers that are off to a really, really good start. Perfect. Sam Houston hanging in there with them, though. Arkansas State comes back with a double there to start the 5th. All right, we got 2 bowlers with the front 5 for Vandy. Interesting split conversion here. Ooh, I thought she had it. got a substitution here, it looks like, for Arkansas State. I've been awfully quiet about it because I don't want to jinx anything, but it's about time to start talking about it. This game, Vanderbilt's bowling. If you eliminate Vanderbilt's fourth bowler, they've only missed 6 times total. Oh my goodness. How about that? What a break. No announcer curse there for Mabel Cummins. We've got 2 highly decorated youth bowlers bowling today in this conference. They both have the front 5 and 6 now. And that's Allie Leyendecker, who bowls for Louisiana Tech, the anchor bowler. And Mabel Cummins, who goes to Vandy. Keep an eye out on those 2. Allie is a sophomore. And so is Mabel, missing their freshman years last year of a full year of competition. So even though they are sophomores, this is really their first full year participating. So in the 4th frame, Arkansas State just had a really bad frame, and Coach Justin Kostick pulled everybody together, had a talk with them. Then they proceeded to throw 3 strikes in the next frame, and then they were perfect in the 6th. Oh, almost a 7-10. Fortunate to get the 10 out. It's a bad break overall, though. All right, so here we go. Got the front 6 looking for 7 here. Oh, comes in light, 3-9. That's actually another decorated youth bowler as well, Jennifer Laredo. I believe she won junior gold twice. The lefty. She is a freshman. She's a true freshman from Fresno, California, the lefty. Now Leindecker has missed. 3-6-9-10. Hook. All right, she got it. Hey, Donnie, yes, Josie Barnes is here with Vandy. She's an assistant coach. She's here with John. I'm not familiar with all the teams' lineups. If there's anybody watching from Vandy, if you could type the lineup in the chat, that would be appreciated by myself and the audience here. I know Laredo and I know Mabel. That was a nice shot for Sam Houston. Ball checked up perfectly. About a 70-pin advantage here for Vanderbilt. And here's Mabel Cummins looking for seven in a row. There it is. We call that the ham turkey dinner in bowling. It's the ham bone and the turkey together. Oh, bad break on the 7-10. Things not going Sam Houston's way very well here. Dylan letting us know the lineup for Vandy is Angelica Anthony, Jennifer Laredo, Angelique D'Alessandro, Caroline Thicer, and Mabel Cummins. Appreciate that. Big triple for Arkansas State. Allie Leyendecker back on it. So 6:22 currently for Louisiana Tech. This match is pretty much even with the strikes up on the board. Pretty even match. Last time she went high on this lane. Not this time. It's a double. Game is pretty much even. It's 23 pins here separating Louisiana Tech and Arkansas State, but Arkansas State has 3 doubles coming in, so that's about 30 pins right there. So that puts you pretty much dead even through 7 frames. And now Arkansas State pouring on some strikes. Vanderbilt has a little over 100 pin lead currently right now over Sam Houston. Leadoff bowler can still bowl 249. Which is Angelica. Jennifer Laredo can bowl 267. Angelique D'Alessandro can still bowl 216. Caroline Thicer, she can still grind out a 209. And Mabel Cummins, perfect. We won't call out that score that she can bowl. Man, another 7-10. Arkansas State closing in here as the 3, 4, and 5 bowlers all have strings of strikes. Will it continue? Yes, it will. Four pin. It's a pretty good shot right there. It's a huge shot for Arkansas State. I'm sure if there's a strike here, you're going to hear it. Little left to target. Leaves 4-6-7. That was one they really wanted right there. That would have been a big one. That's left. Not the best shot we've seen from Allie. You guys are giving me a hard time in the chat. I saw the miss. Still 279 possible down there. 111 pin lead right now for Vanderbilt over Sam Houston. But we've got a barn burner here on 11 and 12. We've got a good one. 7-11 to 7-14 right now. Big triple for Louisiana Tech. Leadoff bowler keeping a minute here, matching Arkansas State. Jennifer Laredo with her first open for Vanderbilt. Louisiana Tech with a little bit of fire here coming back in the 9th. 2 out of 3 strikes right now, setting up the 10th frame. The next frame for Arkansas State by the 4th bowler here. Keeping that big string of strikes going into the 10th frame. Really critical and important. If you look up at the scoreboard, Arkansas State 781. La Tech 779. Setting up this 10th frame nicely, Louisiana Tech. Giving themselves a chance. So a 4-pin will end the string for Arkansas State. 232 possible score for the 4th bowler, and now Allie comes back with a strike. So they get a big goon on the 2-hole bowler here, Louisiana Tech. Gladly taking that, but otherwise known as a hang-in or whatever you want to call that. A miss, and everybody else strikes on the team. This game's coming down to the wire. We're just outside of New Orleans, Lane. We're in a suburb of New Orleans at Colonial Bowling Lanes. So here we go, 10th frame. Coming up on both pairs. So we've got a 1-pin match according to the scoreboard. All marks going into the 10th frame. Both teams have a double. Really the only thing separating these teams is 1 extra strike for Louisiana Tech. So this is almost a scratch heads up match here. Bowler for bowler in the 10th frame to see who's going to get the first point. Remember, you need 2 points to win. You get a point here. And then there'll be a point on the Baker. Total pinfall Baker, 5 games. That strike right there needs to be answered by Louisiana Tech. Great bowling, great performance out here under clutch situations by both teams. Unbelievable. This is great. I'll tell you what, I've really enjoyed the bowling action here this weekend. The pattern that's out is flat and difficult, but it allows the ladies to bowl their A game. And watch every one of them. They all stay down through the pins. They don't step out of their shots. I mean, they are pure shot makers out here on the lanes, and it's encouraging to see the future of our sport here. Look out PWBA Tour, because these ladies are outstanding. So left the 10 pin. So both leadoff bowlers kind of matching each other here. Neither one able to double in the 10th frame. It's going to come down to it. This could be a single digit difference here at the end of this game. And Vanderbilt continues to impress with this big team game they're bowling. Open in the 10th frame for 214. But 240 left, 190, 190, 260 left. $9.55 to $8.31 right now in the winners bracket. Sam Houston State trailing Vanderbilt I'm basically mostly calling this left match because it's just so close, and their tournament life is at stake in this match. Look at that shot for Louisiana Tech. They are going after it. And both coaches are getting into it as well. They're running shots out. Matt and Justin are both running shots out back in the bowlers area. What a performance here. You know, I love it when these anchor bowlers and when these leadoff bowlers throw 3 strikes in the 10th frame. But when your 2-hole shows up and throws a couple in the 10th, that just relaxes the whole team. It gives you so much room and so much just free arm swing, confidence. Now Arkansas State delivers a strike. 9:16, 9:04. So far in the 10th frame, you got strike, spare, double 7 for Louisiana Tech. Strike to answer on a strike. You got strike, spare, spare 9, strike for Arkansas State. That's what I'm watching. I'm watching the 10th frame now. It was almost dead even coming in. Which team's going to be able to get up and throw more doubles? This team is going to win. Oh, look at that messenger down there for Vanderbilt. Can't ignore that match, even though it's out of hand right now. 992, 861. Vanderbilt's going to get the W there. And there's another double in the 10th. So Louisiana Tech right now is just going out and throwing more strikes. But, you know, you got to hand it to Arkansas State, matching right there. 203, nice finish. So let's get a shot here by La Tech, and we'll be able to paint the scoreboard story here. You know, if you're looking at Arkansas State, you got the spare and the strike going into the 10th, right? So when you're adding this up, you add 30, plus you can add 10 on the spare, so that's 40. Then you add 50 for the anchor bowler, so 90. Arkansas State can get to 1025. 1025 is the number, and Louisiana Tech can add 50 and 50, so that's 1053 they can get to. That's a clutch shot by the setup bowler for Arkansas State. Applying some pressure. Really need a double here. Really need a double. Can Louisiana Tech? Can they answer right here? Oh, the door has opened. The door has opened. A 4-6. One of the hardest splits in bowling. I don't know if I've ever seen this picked on a live stream. We've had the 7-10. I just don't know if I've ever seen a 4-6 picked up. Arguably the toughest spare in bowling. A 7-10 is easier because you can bounce it out of the back. It's harder to bounce a pin out of the back like this. So, okay, so an open frame. Let's repaint the scoreboard here. 50 pins. would take Louisiana Tech to 10-19. 10-19. 3 pins here would go to 965 for Arkansas State. 50 on that is 10-15. So here we go. It comes down to the anchor bowlers. 965, 969, both with a strike up. First shot in the 10th. Boom, right there. Ali Leyendecker delivers a strike. Arkansas State must answer. Must answer. It's been loud in here, and this is the quietest it's been. Oh, look at the late tap on the 10, keeping her team in it. Ali Leyendecker now can go up here and strike in the 10th frame on her second ball here in the 10th and pretty much solidify this win to gain the first point in this matchup. Little firm leaves the 2-8. Here we go. Got to have a strike here. Taylor Davis. Oh, Messenger. Oh, my goodness. What a great shot right there. Couldn't have thrown it any better than that. Had the Messenger come over in front of the 10 pin. What a match. So Arkansas State finishes with 1,004. Ali Leyendecker picks up the 2 pins. I believe that's 1,007. Yep, 3 pins separating this match. What a match we just saw right here. Woo! Arkansas State 1,004. $1,007 for Louisiana Tech. Wow, that was fun. That was cool. And in other news, Vanderbilt and Sam Houston. Vanderbilt bowled 10:53, and Sam Houston 9:32. So some work to be done down there for Sam Houston. But Baker coming up next, folks. Anything can happen in Baker. I don't see either one of these matchups being swept. I think that this is going to be a dogfight all the way down the end. I think we're going to have extended play today here on these. I think it will come to Baker, best of 7s. Louisiana Tech there winning that match. See how much momentum they can get from that. See if there's a letdown. See if they just keep it going. I see Arkansas State. They're having a team meeting right now. They bowled a tremendous game. And Taylor threw an incredible shot, second shot in the 10th frame to leave that 10 pin with the Messenger. I thought for sure that was in.
Arkansas State left.
Yeah.
One board right or left. She was one ball from being pulled.
Wow. Matt Nantes just told me that their leadoff bowler made a ball change in the 6th frame, moved a board to the right, and was money after that, and she was one shot away from getting pulled. So we'll have a little break in the action here because the teams have an opportunity to get a refreshment or a snack if they like, and then teams can resume whenever they like. I believe it's I think it's a minimum of 3 minutes they have to take off between rounds, but that was an exciting one right there. Glad you're with us. Glad you're watching. This gives me an opportunity to let you know about a little something that we started here at Inside Bowling back in August of last year, which was the Backstage Bowling, which is an online coaching community. It's on Facebook, but you get access to Mike Jasnow, Mike Shady, Shannon O'Keefe, and Brian O'Keefe. And we got a 7-day free trial where you can just check everything out. You won't be charged or anything unless you don't cancel and you want to stick around. It's incredible value. Check it out, backstagebowling.com. We'd love to have you come on board. Join us in the community. We do a lot of live streams, a lot of chats. We interview people, and then you get constant feedback on your game within the community. So we'd love to have you. We've got over 200 people, 200 members. It's a very, very positive environment in there as well. A lot of people post their stuff, and other members even chime in and help out as well. Nothing to be afraid about in there. It's really cool. We really enjoy it. Backstagebowling.com. Also, if you'd like to support the stream, we do provide free streaming for you. We do have a website, InsideBowling.com. You can save 15% over there with coupon code YouTube, and it's good all the time, YouTube. And we've got some apparel and some other novelty bowling items over there. If you'd like to take advantage of that, support the stream. We'd love it. If you can't, you just hit the like button down below and subscribe to our channel. We would appreciate that as well. We've almost doubled our subscribers in a little less than a year. We're approaching 28,000 subs now, so we appreciate everybody that's been watching us on here. We've been doing it for about 10 years. 10 years, and we're just a group of bowlers here. There's really nothing to watch here. I do have my wireless camera just kind of hanging out over here. You get a look at the selection of drinks that they provide here. You got some Powerade, some water. There's Josie Ernest Barnes. Somebody was asking about her earlier. There she is right down there coaching. And she's right down there with the team. She's in the trenches the entire time. All right, looks like we're getting ready to get underway here. Baker competition. Vanderbilt, Sam Houston. So Baker competition underway here. Remember, it's total pins, 5 games. Vanderbilt has 1 point. La Tech has 1 point. This will determine another point. If you get 2, you're done. If If you don't, it's tied 1-1. We go to 7 games. Best of 7. Head-to-head Baker. We saw in the last round that Arkansas State was extremely inconsistent game to game with their scores. 249, 157, 183, 174, 226. So capable of bowling a huge game. Be interesting to see if they bowl a little more even here. They were struggling on the right lane on the last pair. And the other thing to watch for in the other match is to see if Vanderbilt, who's on fire, if Sam Houston's got anything for him here in the Baker. And not to let a lead get out of control early in that match if you're Sam Houston. You kind of want to just hang around and lurk. But Sam Houston's a good Baker team. Really good Baker team. So we got 5 games to go here And then we see what happens. We'll see if we need any more games after that. So Vanderbilt going to be the first team to finish up here, the first game, possible 221. We'll have an early lead here versus Sam Houston. Oh, another messenger in front of the 10 pin. So 220 the score to start Baker. Sam Houston can still bowl 214. Arkansas State, not the start they were looking for. Louisiana Tech looks like they're going to have a little bit of a lead here after game number one. So both teams that won the traditional team game going to have leads after one in Baker. So an open in the 10th. 153 for Arkansas State. And Louisiana Tech can bowl 212 still. Allie Leyendecker. She's been really solid. Really solid. Throws it right past the break point. Kind of surprising there. Sam Houston with a respectable score, 203 to start things out. Trails by 17 against Vanderbilt. Covers it for 202. So Louisiana Tech, 49-pin lead over Arkansas State after game one. So looking ahead to game number 2 to try to create a little drama here for you guys. You know, again, I mentioned, can Sam Houston State hang with Vandy, right? They bowled 203 the first game. That's a good Baker score. You know, can Sam Houston keep bowling around 200? That's what it's going to take. And then in the other match, Arkansas State, they've been known to bowl 150, 250. Can Arkansas State bowl 250 the second game? I wouldn't put it past them. And Louisiana Tech has just been steady Eddie. They are just steady. And will that be enough? Earlier today, just to let you know, they bowled 223, 203, 178, 210, 185. No big games, no bad games. Their low game was 178, the high was 223. You look at a team like Arkansas State, high game 249, low game 157. You know, that's a 100-pin difference there almost. So they bowl 150. Can they bowl 240 this game? So that's kind of the storylines I'm looking for here as a bowling fan. Tell me in the chat, what do you think? What are you thinking that's going to happen here? Jennifer Laredo just going to keep striking every single time in the 2-hole? That'd be the most secret weapon in the building, like we just saw right there. Is that what's going to happen? Vandy just going to run away with this, or Sam Houston got something for him? You know, just from watching this event only, I don't know how Vanderbilt is the number 3 seed in this event. Just from what I've seen this weekend, they're the best team here. And now, granted, it's one pattern, it's one event, but just the way that they've bowled has been really impressive to me. Probably one of the most impressive lineups and consistency in the pocket that I've seen in all my years coming here to this event. Those are your storylines, folks. I was joking around earlier. If you look at these screens, on my screen, everybody else is like a state. They just look mean. Intimidating. That's what I was just talking about. I look at the Louisiana Tech. Well, everybody, I was out talking to some coaches there for a little bit, and I was actually down standing behind the Sam Houston Vanderbilt match talking to both coaches. And incredible game by Sam Houston, hanging in there with Vandy, 232. And that's basically what they're going to have to do, is they're going to have to bowl 200 games, because Vandy's going to bowl 200 almost every game. Yeah, you guys are talking about Vandy. Yeah, they struggled. They struggled the last two tournaments of the year, and they said they had a lot of scores bowled at them, really high scores. So Sam Houston here actually going to take the lead through 2 games. And what's amazing is you look at Vanderbilt, clean game. So Sam Houston, they are a very good Baker team. Very good Baker team, always have been. Coach Hagan has his team ready for Baker all the time. There's a lot of Baker competition these days. Really focuses on it. So we are going to have a lead change here. Sam Houston-Vandy match. Nice rebound for Arkansas State with 2:05 after bowling 153. And Louisiana Tech just continues to be steady as can be. 2:01. So 2:02, 2:01. So Arkansas State picks up 4 pins. They are now down 45 pins with 3 to play. Vanderbilt finishes with 196. So Sam Houston State picks up 36 pins. They were down by 17. So that's 19 pin advantage. 19 pins for Sam Houston State, has the lead over Vandy. Remember, Vandy won the team game. So Sam Houston State trying to hold on here. 3 games to go in Baker to force a best of 7 to advance in the winner's bracket. Vandy and Sam Houston State, neither team has lost, so both teams will be bowling tomorrow. Arkansas State and Louisiana Tech, whoever loses will go home. So again, 19 pin advantage through 2 games for Sam Houston State. 45 pin advantage for Louisiana Tech through 2 games. Good shot by Mabel Cummins there. Was looking for a triple there for Vandy coming off an open. Sam Houston just sticking around. Oh, Messenger. We've seen some pretty wicked messengers here. Justin Kostick has his practice pair pretty full right now. He's got some bowlers down there throwing some shots. I don't know if he's going to make a substitution or what here. Vanderbilt now with a triple up on the board. Sam Houston just keeps filling frames. Keeps filling them. Mm, 4-9. Just as I say, Sam Houston's filling frames. They chopped the spare. That's my bad right there. But Vanderbilt with an open in the ninth can bowl 207. Sam Houston can still get to 213. Going at a 180 pace. If things work out the way they normally do, after 3 games, Vandy and Sam Houston are going to be about even. That's just a beautiful shot by Mabel Cummins. Tough spare. Covers it up. Allie Leindecker can strike out for 210. Taylor Davis can strike out for 213 for her team. For Arkansas State. Bad break. Vanderbilt's going to get on the board here. Another 200 game. The overall scores of all four of these teams have been really impressive in Baker, with the exception of Arkansas State's first game. I mean, Arkansas State bowled 153 and then 205. La Tech 202, 201. Vanderbilt 220, 196, and now they're going to follow it up with a 2-0. Sam Houston State 203, 232. So right around 200 in the Baker on a 2.4 to 1 ratio. It's pretty outstanding bowling. .207 for Vandy. .210 for La Tech. 201 for Arkansas State. It's another 9 pins, plus 54 for Louisiana Tech after 3 games. Arkansas State's going to need a big game somewhere in here. They're going to need to see Louisiana Tech just have a disaster game. Anything can happen in Baker. 54-pin lead. La Tech. Now Sam Houston with an open in the 10th frame. Most likely. This is going to be that tough one here for them. They were ahead by 19 coming into this game. Now bowling their lowest Baker game of the day here. 169. 38 pins and 19. So it went from a 19-point lead to a 19-pin deficit. Vandy now up 19 with 2 games to play. And if you're just joining us, we are in a bracket here, double elimination bracket. We started yesterday. We're in round 4. And we've got Vandy taking on Sam Houston. Vandy won the first game 10-53 to 9-32 in a traditional regular team game. Now we're bowling 5 games of Baker. We're in game number 4, and Vandy has a 19-pin lead. Arkansas State and La Tech came down to the 10th frame, came down to the anchor bowlers. 1,007 to 1,004 with the edge to Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech since then has bowled 202, 201, and 210. Arkansas State 153, 205, and 201. 54-pin lead for La Tech. These are the 4 teams left in the tournament. The Contenders bracket here with Arkansas State and La Tech. Whoever loses will go home. Whoever wins will advance it tomorrow morning to take on the loser of Vandy and Sam Houston. I'm Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling. We're here just outside of New Orleans at the Southland Bowling League Championships, the 2021 edition. Jennifer Laredo back on the strike train. She likes the right lane. Got some open. It's raining open frames over here on 11 and 12 right now. 3 out of 5 shots opens. Man, another 7-10. We've seen enough of those right now. So what looks like to be another open frame. What do we think? Slide this one over here for La Tech. I think we're going to get a spare conversion here. Nope, just count. So a slow start in game number 4. Oh, wow. Sam Houston now with 5 in a row. They are tough in Baker. I am telling you, they are tough in Baker. Woo! Sam Houston. Spare 5-bagger coming at you. Take that, Vanderbilt. Now, when you got a big score like this being bowled at you, it's interesting to see how you respond. If you deflate or if you just engage and keep doing what you're doing. Sam Houston with another strike, now 6 in a row. They got a max score of 290. But, you know, Vanderbilt, they can still bowl 259. They're up 19. They got a 19-pin lead to work with here. And, you know, Louisiana Tech kind of struggled here at the start of the game. They put together a triple in there, and Arkansas State hasn't been able to get much going either. Arkansas State's starting to run out of time here. But they're capable of a team to bowl 280 or 290 the last game and just sneak it in there. Seven in a row now for Sam Houston. Vanderbilt got their own string of strikes going. There's 4. Looking for 5. Just comes in light. Leaves a bucket. The scoring pace down there has been pretty outstanding. Sam Houston bowled 169 the last game, which was unusual. But now Sam Houston has 8 in a row. 8 in a row. in this game number 4, down 19. Wow. This is the highlight of the weekend here. Sam Houston. How about 9 in a row? Working on 290. Open frame for Vandy. Sam Houston's going to take a stranglehold lead in this match. They're trying to force the best of 7 to see who's going to be in the title match. And this has kind of been the story of Vanderbilt the last few weeks when they've competed. Just big scores bowled at them. You know, Vanderbilt's bowled 220, 196, 207. They're just doing their thing. They're looking at another 200 or 190, but 290, oh my goodness. All right, wraps the 10. So 279. Wow. 279 with a spare here for Sam Houston. They're going to have like a 50-pin lead, 60-pin lead. And Louisiana Tech is now pouring it on, and they can taste it as Arkansas State continues to struggle. Missing a single pin. Allie Leindecker's really stepped up here. 279 for Sam Houston. Very impressive game. Looking at 213 for Vandy if they can double in the 10th. .213 for La Tech. So just steady as can be. 202, 201, 210, 213. They keep getting better. Arkansas State, the best they can do is 184. Mabel with a big double there for her team, keeping it as close as possible. Trying to keep it less than 50 pins difference going into the last game. Vanderbilt's in trouble. All right, so Mabel finishes out for Vandy, 213. So that's 66. So 47 pins, the advantage for Sam Houston. 47 pin lead with a game to go. They were down 19 before that game. And now Arkansas State bowls 150. 63 pin difference to go with the 54 already. It's a 117 pin lead for Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech bowls 184. They will for sure advance. And that's if Arkansas State bowls 300.
That's what my team told me.
So Louisiana Tech just got to fill some frames here, finish things out. Coach Kostick is right up on the lanes with them now, showing them where to play here. They need a huge game. I'm talking 280 plus to even have a chance. Sam Houston opens with a triple, and so does Vandy. Oh, wow. That was a really good shot by Sam Houston. Looks like we're probably going to go to a best of 7 here in that match. They just made a ball change. Got a strike, Louisiana Tech. Matt's running around. He's like a fly, just flying around everywhere. Just yelling, ball change, baby, ball change. Now Louisiana Tech just cruising on with strikes at will, shutting out Arkansas State here. Jennifer Laredo with a strike. Keep in mind, Vandy's got to win by 47 to tie, 48 to win. Anything less, we're going to a best-of-7 Baker. Sam Houston with a strike. Sam Houston just bowled 279. They still got 268 left this game. Vandy can bowl 278. Vanderbilt is lined up. Sam Houston is lined up. Looks like a house shot. Louisiana Tech can still bowl 269. They have eliminated Arkansas State. Vanderbilt with another strike. Vanderbilt trying to overcome this 47-pin deficit. They just had 270 bowled at them. And now going into the 10th frame, they can bowl 278. Sam Houston can bowl 247. So that's 31. But now with the miss, no. Oh, no. Vandy could do this. 235 max score for Sam Houston. 278 for Vanderbilt. That's 43 pins differential. The lead is 47 for Sam Houston. Mabel Cummins can put a lot of pressure on Sam Houston. Starts here. She got it. She's applying the pressure. This is unbelievable. Really good shot there, but now there's enough wood left that Mabel Cummins can control Vanderbilt's destiny. 225 the max score now for Sam Houston. Add 47 pins to that. 47 would give them 272. Mabel Cummins with a strike here. And 5 pins would give them 273. Mabel Cummins can throw a strike right here to lock it up for Vanderbilt and secure them in the championship match. Oh, comes in high for a 4-6. So now we're looking at 265. All right, got to do math again. This one's coming down to the wire. What great matches we've had today. 265 minus 47 is 218 for a tie. Okay, 265 is the score.
Sam Houston needs a double in the 10th to extend the match.
Needs a double here. I got the first one. Oh, my. 47 pins, remember. 47. So you take 47 from 265. Gives you 218. 218 for a tie. Denise Blankenzie, a freshman from the Netherlands. On the approach here. Needs a strike to advance to a best of 7, and she gets it. Huge shot for Denise. Double in the 10th. So Sam Houston fins off this huge run by Vanderbilt to try to close it out 2-0. Got to stay behind the foul line. You need 219. 4 pins on this ball. 10's a big way to do it right there. Impressive performance, Sam Houston. They are good in Baker, and Denise Glenn-Kinsey gets it done for her team in the 10th frame, dueling against Mabel Cummings. And she showed up and threw 3 strikes, and that's what you want your anchor bowler to do. So we're going to have some more play here for you guys. We're going to have up to 7 more games. It's a best of 7 Baker head-to-head. Whew. I like the comment here from Pete. If anyone tuned in to thinking this thing was going to be dull, you're sorely mistaken. Let me get a single screen built for all of us here so we can tune into a good match here. It's going to be a best of 7 Baker. This has been fun for me. It's nice to get back out, do some streaming. I haven't done it in a while. Overcame some obstacles yesterday in the morning. But we're up and running, folks. We're up and running. This is a great opportunity if you need to take a bathroom break or you need to go fix yourself a snack. Go ahead and go do so now because it's time to buckle in for some pretty exciting bowling coming up here in the winners bracket. Are you guys ready to switch over to what I just built? Here we go. How about this right here? Boom. There we go. You should be able to see that clear as day. Pretty well centered shot there. Nice and level. We're ready to go. And yes, I just patted myself on the back. Okay, so if you're just joining us, here's the situation here. We had Arkansas State is going home because Louisiana Tech bowled extremely well. Tight match in the regular portion, 1,007 to 1,004, but then domination in the Baker portion. Pretty big dominance. Louisiana Tech, this is the furthest they've ever made it.
Announcement 7:30 with practice at 7:35.
Thank you.
And now Vanderbilt bowled 10:53 in the traditional team game. They beat Sam Houston. Then Vanderbilt bowled 220 against Sam Houston's 203. 232 for Sam Houston, 196 for Vandy in Game 2. Game 3, 207 for Vandy, 169 for Sam Houston. Just when we thought, hey, Sam Houston's probably not gonna make it here. Well, then they bowled 279. And Vandy said, well, we got 213 for you because that's what we do. Then the last game, down 47 pins. Vanderbilt makes a huge run, bowls 265. Sam Houston steps up in the 10th frame, needs a double and 4 to force a best of 7. And their anchor bowler from the Netherlands, a freshman, number 8, Denise Blakenzie, stepped up in the 10th frame and threw a double for the wheat. And now we have extended play right now. Vanderbilt, the number 3 seeds, taking on Sam Houston, the Bearcats, the number 5 seeds. Best of 7. First team to win 4 head-to-head in Baker, switching lanes after every game. About to get underway here on lanes 19 and 20 here in New Orleans, Louisiana, a suburb here, otherwise known as Harahan, Louisiana. We are at Colonial Bowling Center. My name is Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling. Glad you're joining us here today. We'll be back tomorrow morning for the Contenders match final to see who will go on to take on the undefeated team. And we will find out who that undefeated team is here in about the next hour and a half right here on Inside Bowling. It all starts now. All right. The key here, you know, you watch these analysts on any other sport and they break down the key to win. What's it going to take to win this match for either team? Now, what I would say here, the most important thing is spare shooting. Higher scoring environment, but you look at a team like Vandy who's just consistent, and you look at Sam Houston, they're a little more inconsistent. So will slow and steady win the race? That's what we have to find out. Now, Sam Houston, for them to have the most success, they're going to want to get out to a hot start. Woo! Almost missed that 4-pin. Here's Jennifer Laredo. I call her the secret weapon here in the 2-hole. She's just kind of hidden in there. I went down and talked to John, their head coach, a little while ago, and he likes her there because she's a freshman. She's young. She doesn't know any better. Doesn't want to put any pressure on her. The swing is nice and loose in the 2-hole. So these are not total pins. These are head-to-head. They are bowling first team to get to 4 wins over the other team will advance in the winner's bracket. So Vanderbilt coming out with a double. They're going to be tough. They're going to be tough to beat. Thanks, Kevin, on the likes, asking people to put some likes under there. What that does is it actually recognizes us on YouTube, and there's other live sports. The more likes and the more engagement, interaction, and chat that we get, the more we get pumped up in the rankings and people will see bowling. all that hype coming down to the wire. Now it's kind of like now we back it back down a little bit. It's early. It's early. Mabel's bowled awesome. I'm sure she'd like to have that second shot in the 10th back, though. I got to say, Denise is amazing. I mean, she really is. Denise Blankenzie. She doesn't miss. And when she does, she spares every time. She should just go out on tour right now. Just completely, just not even finish college. Just get out of here. Imagine if bowling had a ton of money in the sport. We'd see that kind of stuff, you know? Got a big decision coming up for Denise. Is she going to go pro, or is she going to see out the rest of her college career? Of course, I wouldn't recommend anyone to leave college that's in bowling right now. I was joking about that, but it would be interesting, wouldn't it? You know what we need? You guys know how that how GameStop and AMC theaters and Bed Bath & Beyond got totally public hyped? We need like some public hype on bowling. Somebody to just go into some Reddit thread or something and say, hey, everybody go watch bowling, and tweet and talk about bowling. Overhyped bowling. So whoever has some extra time on their hands in the chat, why don't you get on that? Let me know when you do. Send me an email, mike@insidebowling.com, and I'll be more than happy to help get that out to the masses for you, okay? And we're gonna bring a bunch of income into bowling. You know, maybe somebody should make a play at GameStop and say, hey, you know all this good fortune you guys have had with all this stuff on Reddit? Yeah, we need some good fortune too. Why don't you guys sponsor every bowling event in the world for about 60 mil? You know how many bowlers have become gamers, and then like we come out with even more bowling games, and they can sell them at GameStop? I think I'm on to something here, folks. I think I figured it out. That's how we're going to do this. That's how we're going to breathe more money into bowling. And I'm not sitting here saying that's how we're going to save bowling or how we're going to revive bowling, because I think that's all a bunch of crap. We're just going to breathe some more economical positives into bowling. And then a year from now, I'll be coming to you live every weekend from the GameStop tour. Yeah, we got it figured out now. Vanderbilt trying to set up the 10th with a double. Gets it. Max score 221. Max score 244 for Sam Houston. This is what Sam Houston needed to do, get off to a good early start. I'd say anchor bowler from what I've seen from Denise. I know a lot more about Mabel, but I'd say this is dead even here. As far as ability to throw a double in the 10th frame. Max score again, 221 for Vandy. Denise just needs to get, I believe it's 8 on this ball to win the first game. She gets 9, that's 222, that's enough. So Sam Houston goes up 1-0 in the best of 7. And Vanderbilt's going to bowl 220. 220 and lose. If you'd have told me coming in that Vandy was going to bowl 1050 and then 220, 190, 20, 210, 260, and then bowl 221 this game, if that's indeed what they shoot, and that they would be down in the match, I would have told you were crazy. That's why this conference is so tough. This is a tough conference. You got a 5 seed here in Sam Houston, who's absolutely wrecking them. So, a rare miss, but didn't need it. 222. And on my score sheet, I circle that for a W. It's going to be 209 with a conversion here for Vanderbilt. Scores really don't matter. It's just a matter of wins and losses now at this point. But I'm still marking it down for you. 209, 1-0, Sam Houston. Alexander's letting me know that Denise is the SBL Southland Bowling League Newcomer and Player of the Year. So we're on to game number 2. And if you notice up there on the scoreboard, they actually put the number after their name of how many wins that they have up there, so you can kind of keep score at home. Sam Houston 1. All right, folks, I'll be back for the second half of this game. Enjoy.
27 games, we had 5 under 200.
There you both steady.
We finally got a few breaks, too. Which we haven't been getting. So, but our Baker average is probably up around 210.
Yeah,
So,
that's good. Scoring pace is kind of high. I mean, this down here.
19 and 20 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's very, well, here's the thing. It depends on where they start oiling from. If he starts oiling down there, that is really soft. If he starts oiling down here, that is really soft. Because they don't do a true burn-in. He just used those first 2 pairs. So when we played down there, it was almost like playing there because it was a little bit soft. And if he starts on that end in the morning, then that pair is really soft. Just
I'll tell you, everybody's been commenting on watching.
Yeah, it's going good. It's going good. Thanks.
If what's down the program and using
Yeah, I use wireless now. 2:15 max score for Sam Houston. Double and 10th will close it out here to tie it up 1-1 for Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt's going to take this one. Denise goes high on that shot, which is unusual for her from what we've seen. So just like that, it becomes a best of 5. So we're tied up 1-1, which doesn't surprise me. This one will probably go 7, everybody. Double and a 10th for Mabel Cummins. Okay, 191 the final score for Sam Houston. .222 for Vanderbilt. 209, 222 for Vanderbilt. 222, 191 for Sam Houston. Getting ready to go into game number 3 here. Best of 7 Baker. See Rick Barbera, Coach Brad Hagan down there. Josie Ernest Barnes.
I don't know. What is it? 2000. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're good. Get me out of the limelight. I don't like to be in the limelight. Oh, you did. I just like to be heard.
Jump on there with them.
Huh?
You guys want to see the life of a coach here? Move the camera down there. There's the coaches working hard at it. All right, here you go, everybody. I'm going to give you a little coach cam here down in the corner. Let me know what you think. It's Coach John Williamson down there. Coach Brad Hagan. Vanderbilt now with 5 in a row on cruise control here in game number 3. Got a question here in the chat. Wanted to know what happened in the Arkansas-Louisiana Tech match. Arkansas State was defeated by Louisiana Tech pretty handily in the Baker. Came down to the 10th frame in the team game. So Arkansas State will be headed home, and Louisiana Tech will see them tomorrow. They'll be taking on whoever does not win this match right here. Vanderbilt's going to go up 2-1. Excuse me. Even though it's a losing effort for this game, Sam Houston can still bowl 207. There's a rare look at Rick Barbera, tournament official.
I'll take this. It's not locked in.
So 248 for Vanderbilt. They go up 2-1. Remember, you got to get to 4 here. So Vanderbilt bowled 209, 222, 248. Each game just a little bit better. Although it was a letdown from their 265 they just came off of. There was the 213 before that, the 207 before that, the 196 before that, and the 220 before that. .196. Do want to welcome in all 262 viewers. Thank you very much for watching women's collegiate bowling here on Inside Bowling. Team switch lanes. Back to the action. Game number 4. Chair or you standing?
I'm standing. If I sit down, I'm done.
All right, everybody, a real treat here. I have a guest coming off a big win here, and isn't really used to winning here at this event, but he's got himself a good team this year, and it's Matt Nantis from Louisiana Tech. How you doing, man?
I'm doing a lot better.
Yeah?
We've had some struggles at this event the last couple times we've been out, and our first accomplishment was to get out of the first round with a win, and
Yeah.
we bowled great yesterday against Vanderbilt. We just didn't get a few breaks and make some good shots at the end, but we knew we had to come back in and just take one game at a time and not get into a best of 7.
Well, how about that first game, you guys up against Arkansas State, and it came down to the 10th frame between both teams.
Yeah, I think Allie's probably the best, if not one of the best, in NCAA for closing out a game. She got a little fast on her second shot, and they threw a great shot. Fortunate for us that 10-pin didn't fall.
Yeah, had the messenger in front of it, made a great shot for sure. But Allie's been clutch for you, man. She's bowled just tremendous.
Yeah, she has. She's actually struck out quite a few times this weekend. And it just puts in the back of the other team's mind that she's going to get up there and strike in the 10th. But I think, 1 through 5, no matter what, if somebody struggled, somebody else came in and picked them up. So we've worked on being a team and just focusing on ourselves, and it paid off today.
What can you tell the people at home about the Southland Bowling Conference here that you're a part of? Only 8 teams in the conference, but it's been regarded as one of the toughest conferences in the country.
Well, there's some that say that we're not as tough as others, but I would invite them to come and bowl with us, because when you win this event, it's like winning a national championship. When you have the quality of teams that we have, it's just going through a gauntlet every time you come out here.
Yeah, you said that every year Arkansas State has defeated your team and knocked you out. Is that right?
Yeah, so today was a big milestone. We've never been able to get over that hurdle. We've had chances and just fell short every time. So I think the confidence that we had coming in today, they knew what they had to do, and they just come out and supported each other. Body language was good. A lot of communication back and forth. So it was a good day all around.
Matt, we know, you pretty much put this program together yourself, correct?
Yeah, I came here. This is my 5th year. Last year we were cruising along at the end of the year, and then COVID came and had it taken away. But it's been a long road, but pretty satisfying. I mean, the first person I signed was Ashley Chanel, and then Caitlin Eater, and then bringing in Lindsay Manning and a few of the others, and it's just been great pickups.
Why are you getting such good recruits now? What is it about your school, your program? What is it that's so attractive to the young ladies?
Well, I think once they get on campus, and every one of them has said it just feels like home. The community is really supportive. It's kind of like a little bit of a Mayberry a little bit.
Do they play the Grant Andy Griffith theme song around the campus and maybe some Bose speakers or something?
Well, when I interviewed down here, I went home and I told my wife, I said, I think it's a little fake. And being from up north, not everybody's the friendliest all the time.
Sure.
And she was like, what do you mean? I'm like, everyone's just too nice. I just don't, it just seems kind of fake. And then I came down here, and after my first week, I called her up and I said, well, it's not fake.
I kind of feel the same way in Utah. It's almost like Pleasantville.
Yeah, it's definitely like that. And plus the university has been great supporting us and helping us. One of the things that we did this year that we were able to accomplish is we had a locker room pro shop put into the bowling center. We ended up taking over a racquetball court, and and we have state-of-the-art everything. We have Specto. We just installed strike seekers going in right now also, so we have some more video. We have everything that everybody else has. So, when people look at the other schools like Nebraska and some of the others that claim to have the best facility on campus, I would beg to differ.
Very cool. Came a long way there, bud. In this match here, we just saw a single pin miss, a rarity here from Sam Houston. Looks like Vanderbilt here has a slight lead. They're up 2-1. How would you handicap these two teams here bowling against each other? I don't know if you're totally up to speed to what's happened thus far, but Vanderbilt bowled 10:53 at Sam Houston's 9:32. And then in Baker, Vandy bowls 220, 196, 207, 213, and 265, and it wasn't enough. 203, 232, 169, 279, 222. It was a single pin win for Sam Houston to force this best of 7. And then Sam Houston comes out with 222 over 209, 222 for Vandy over 191, and then 248 to 196. So slight advantage right now, 2-1. Is where we sit.
Yeah, the big thing is whoever has lane choice. That seems to have made a lot of difference this weekend. But it's just been great bowling. I mean, everybody has stepped up the game. This is the second day, so everybody knows the pattern pretty well. They know what to expect. And it's just making quality shots. And both of them make quality shots. I'll give them that.
2.41, I believe it is, to 1 ratio. Really flat pattern, but the scoring pace, you're right, has been higher. And I think it's because the ladies have been able to kind of play that down and in, straighter game, break the lanes down, develop a spot to throw to. Would you say that's the case?
Yeah. I mean, we were able to start out a little bit and then just creep in a little, but we've never had to really get too deep, which has been pretty good. But you still have to make quality shots.
Yeah, not easy for sure. If you miss left, right through the nose, right?
Oh, yeah, we've did that quite a few times.
So Vanderbilt here, we're looking to take a 3-1 lead with a double going into the 10th frame. I want to ask you about a couple of players here on each one of these teams. Your thoughts, Matt. First of all, getting ready to step up here in the 10th frame is Mabel Cummings, one of the most decorated youth bowlers. Was recruited and landed by Vanderbilt. She's now a sophomore. What do you think of her game?
She's definitely solid. I mean, there's no question about it. She's bowled a lot of the top events out there outside of college bowling, and she steps up in big situations and helps them out quite a bit.
And then on the other side, someone I didn't know coming into this event, number 8 for Sam Houston, Denise Blankenese, from the Netherlands. What do you know about her?
Well, I didn't know a whole lot about her until she came here, but I will just say that Sam's in the position they are right now because of her. Obviously she's got a good supporting cast, but she came in and really gave this team a boost. And, I mean, great personality. Some of my girls on the team, they talk with her and they ask her questions and kind of have to explain what they're asking her because she doesn't understand some of the stuff, but she's been pretty solid all year.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Hagan just finding people all over the world here, and there's a lot of international recruiting that's been going on, especially in the Southland Bowling League. We've seen Vanderbilt do the same. Some of the other teams. Have you gone after any international talents yet, or?
I have. I always end up getting beat out, but that's okay. I've got a lot of girls from Tennessee, so that's almost being foreign.
I love it. Here, we've got a possible 214 for Sam Houston. Mabel did not strike here in the 10th, 208, so she needs 7 pins to shut out Denise and Sam Houston here. All she needed is 7. She got 9. That's enough. So that's 217 is the score here. Vanderbilt's going to go up 3-1. 217.
Well, I would just say that it doesn't matter if you're up 3-1 in this league. Many times we've been up 3-1 and ended up going to a seventh game, and both of these teams have had the same thing happen to them. So you can't let your guard down at all.
Yeah, I've been trying to, kind of set up kind of a story and a bit of a scene here of what needs to take place. What do you think Sam Houston needs to do to overcome this 3-1 deficit here?
Just not worry about what the outcome's going to be. Just take one frame at a time, and just get out and make your best shot. Whatever happens, happens. A lot of times, even with us, we get down a little bit. They want to push a little and try a little bit harder. Sometimes you just need to go back to the basics and just let the ball do the work and trust yourself.
So far in this Baker best of 7, it was 222 to 209 Sam Houston. Then 222 to 191, 248 to 196, 217 to 211. 3 wins in a row here from Vandy. They're looking to close it out here in game number 5. Mike Flanagan here with you at Inside Bowling, and I'm joined by the head coach of Louisiana Tech Lady Techsters, Matt Nantes. 5 years ago, the program was started, and now instead of coming down here and getting beat up on every year, he comes in as a number 2 seed with his team. Took down the number 1 seed Arkansas State. Got in a real dogfight with Vanderbilt yesterday, and got moved down to the Contenders bracket, as I like to call it. And now tomorrow is going to step in here and bowl whoever does not win this match here. Do you have a preference on either team to bowl in the morning?
It doesn't matter. We got to beat them both tomorrow, so whoever wants to go first.
You got a good relationship with the other coaches here as well. There's been some pretty good tenure down here, not much turnover within the coaches. What can you tell the people at home about the coaches that represent the Southland Bowling League?
They're very competitive. I will just say that. They all hate to lose. And they're probably some of my best friends. I talk to them all the time. Outside of bowling, they're somebody I'd like to hang out with. Even Brad. I've got an extra camera. I put a little coach cam on the coaches here. Got it down the bottom left on the screen for everybody to kind of see a little bit behind the scenes. One thing that I find interesting is, some of these teams, they have assistant coaches and then the head coach. And it's fun to watch. You see John back there just hanging out in the bowlers area, cheering things on, observing, watching things. And then you got Josie down there with the team, right on the lanes. It's kind of cool to see that. I saw Coach Kostick kind of doing the same thing with his assistant. You ever think you'll add an assistant to your team? I don't know. Why don't you call my my athletic department and ask them for me? I've got a lot of people asking me if I'm ever going to hire one because they like to come down. But no, it's when you have a little bit more help like that, it does definitely help out. But we with my team, we just communicate a lot. I get input from them on ball changes. I just don't say you're going to throw this ball and that's it. There's something funny. Ashley Chanel will tell me whether or not she feels she has a connection with the bowling ball before she goes to throw it. So if I tell her, hey, why don't we try this ball? She goes, I really don't have a connection with that ball. So I'm like, well, tell me what you got a connection with and we'll make it work.
That's right.
So if they're confident with what they're throwing.
Now, Matt, I got to ask the obvious question. If she doesn't have a connection with the bowling ball, why is it even here?
Well, sometimes she'll have a connection with it.
Oh, okay.
It all depends.
It's an on-again, off-again relationship.
Well, she started with one ball, a prism, for the first day, and then she came in today, and it was like, oh, we just don't have that connection. So we started with something different.
So if you're a little bit of a different thinker, I think you're destined to go to Louisiana Tech.
Definitely. I mean, it's it's like a family. We do a lot of things different probably than most other places, but it's all good. President of the university, big supporter of the team. We just got a new athletic director, and he's been gung ho and tweeting a lot about us, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Hey, you know, we got Rick Barbera down here as the head tournament official. How much of a treat is it, and how great is it to have Rick Barbera around?
I love having Rick around. He's a great guy. I mean, he's been around forever. My first national championship when I was with Valparaiso, he was one of the officials there, and just have known him since then. And he just has a world of knowledge, you know, and he's fair, which, you know, you got to have somebody who's non-biased
And strict, but fun at the same time.
Exactly. He can tell you no with a smile.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. You know, I've been streaming this thing for about 5 years now myself, and one thing that I've really appreciated is the amount of respect I've gotten from Thomas and Chris before Thomas and the entire crew that has put on the event, the Southland Bowling Conference, Southland Bowling League Championships. They're a class act all the way around.
Yeah, they've done quite a bit for us. You know, obviously we put this together so we could have that automatic qualifier since the NCAA went to that, and you know they allowed us to come in as independents and join into the conference, which has helped us a lot, and you know, been supportive all around. And we appreciate you coming out here too, because it definitely gets us out there, and you know, sometimes we broadcast our own, but obviously our quality is not as good as yours.
Yeah, you know, I try to switch it around and things like that. And, you know, nowadays they've got Bowl TV and Flow Bowling, which are pay-for services where you can select any lane that you want. And maybe one day I'll get there with that. I got to have the internet bandwidth. But, yeah, I watch you guys out there doing your own streaming from the iPads, and it gives the parents a chance at home to be able to watch the team bowl, and I think all that's great. I certainly do like the opportunity to come here. I'm kind of pick and choose what I stream these days. And this is one of them that I just seem to keep coming back to every year because it just feels good being around this environment. It feels like a family to me as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think we need to look at having some type of banquet so we can all hang out before we start.
Yeah, yeah, you're kind of right about that. That would be cool.
Why don't you mention that to Thomas?
Okay, I'll do that. And what do you want served as the meal? And I'll put that request in as well.
I really don't care. I just like the camaraderie.
Selwyn Morgan says, hi, thoroughly enjoying the bowling. Hello from London, and I happen to know Denise from Bowling in Europe. Glad to see her doing so well. You put on a great show. Hey, thanks a lot, Selwyn. We appreciate that. All right. Oh, yeah, you've got some fans in here. Pamela Hill.
Oh, yes, Pam. That's Haley's mom.
So Vandy now with an open. Max score 224. And Sam Houston can bowl 236. It's a pretty close game here coming down. Vandy's up 3-1. This is a good opportunity for me to let everybody know tomorrow morning we will have the Louisiana Tech team hopefully having connections with their bowling balls tomorrow morning. We'll be taking on the loser of this match at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is the start time tomorrow, Central Time. And after that, we will have the winner of that match. We'll take on the winner of this match. Vanderbilt with a 7-10 there. Bad break.
I know all about that.
So Sam Houston, real opportunity here to close it to 3-2 by finishing out this game with some marks. Fortunate just to leave the 3-pin there, so 2:15 pace, 2-0 max score. The 7-10 is not converted here. Be cool if it was. How far away are you from here?
About 4.5, 5 hours.
Really?
Yeah, we can get to Dallas quicker than we can New Orleans.
Wow.
And the reason is there's no easy way to get here. Either we take back roads coming down here, or we have to go all the way over to Jackson and shoot back down. So, but we have bowled well in this facility. When Tulane hosts their event here, we won it one year, finished top 4 another year. So the girls are pretty comfortable in this house.
Taryn says, hi, Matt.
Oh, that's a blast from the past. How you doing, Taryn?
So Sam Houston gets the win here. Already has 205. The best Vanderbilt can do is 203. So we will roll on to a game number 6.
Momentum can change so fast in these matches. You know, you'll be just cruising along, then all of a sudden one little thing will change the whole momentum, and then it's hard to get it back.
Kayla Patterson says, yes, hopefully we will all be feeling the connection tomorrow.
That's Kalia.
I thought there for a minute earlier that we were going to have 2 sweeps and I was going to get out of here.
Well, that was our goal today, so.
Well, thank you for that. You held up your end of the bargain.
Yeah, sorry the other guys didn't.
It's perfectly okay with having a match like this, that's for sure.
One thing you notice, too, with everybody, when it's like everybody is 100% invested in everybody's shot.
Uh-huh.
I mean, our match against Arkansas, I mean, that's the most fired up I think I've seen us since I've been here. And it was, you know, when things are going your way and you're throwing the ball with some confidence, you know, you get a few breaks. And we got a few breaks, but for the most part, we threw the ball pretty well.
All right, so 182 the score.
Mike Krauser's giving me a hard time. Sore loser. Mike's done a lot for NCAA bowling, though. He's helped us with our stats and making sure that all our numbers are real and make sure that every girl deserves what they get. So I give props to him. He's a good guy.
3-2 is the score now. We're looking to get to 4 here, best of 7. Can Sam Houston keep it going here and tie it up, force a game 7?
Haley is just, when she is on, she just starts that team up. She just comes off that lane with a lot of energy.
Solid 8 for Vanderbilt. Got some pretty famous alums from participating in this as well. Jordan Richard comes to mind.
Yeah, actually Jordan was at the Vanderbilt event helping out, and it was nice to see her, but she was, oh no, sorry, wrong Jordan. I was thinking the other, but no, Jordan Richard, you're right, Michigan.
Yep. One on the tour, multiple shows.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, she just rips a cover off a ball every time she throws it. It's
Our sister Haley had a really good career too.
Yeah, both of them, went from Central Missouri to Arkansas, and and really help keep that program, at the top in the nation. And I mean, it was not fun to bowl them.
No, no.
But they're still out there and bowling and keeping it going. So I will say Jennifer Laredo's been throwing the ball really well this year compared to when she first came in. I mean, they made some changes, I know, to her fit and some other things, but she has really thrown it well this year.
So tell me about this transportation you guys have here on this trip.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were supposed to have an extra administrator come with us, and some things happened, and they couldn't make it. So we ended up getting a charter bus out here that's like a 12-passenger sleeper with a living room in the back and in the front, and they're enjoying it. They told me that we're going to have to use that for every event. Because it would be unfair to put them back in a van. So if anyone at Louisiana Tech's listening, we need our budget increased.
Now, are you guys staying at a hotel, or do you guys stay on this thing?
Oh, no, we're in a hotel. But
okay, all right.
But they're, if we're fortunate enough to get to the national championships, they're like, we want this bus to take us there, because it's a 10-hour drive, and we could just sleep the whole time.
Nice.
I'm like, wouldn't you rather fly? And they're like, nope. And I guess there's been some pretty famous country singers that have traveled in this bus.
Oh, really?
I do not know their names, but I'm sure they will put them in the chat if they're listening.
And how do they know that? Is there like a signed wall or something?
Well, the bus driver told them, but then they found videos of the artist on the bus doing things.
Really?
So, yeah, so they're enjoying it. And it's nice for me, too, because they all go to the back and in the bed, and I get the whole front of the bus to myself.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Dylan Scott was on the bus. Blake Shelton. I don't believe you. I don't believe it was a Blake Shelton bus. I just don't believe it. I'm not going to believe that at all.
And I believe our bus driver is related to one of the other country singers out there. I don't know who it is, but.
Well, in that case, looks like I'm going to be visiting your bus here tonight. I'm going to get Blake's number and talk to him a little bit about The Voice, maybe. I love Blake Shelton on The Voice. He, you could have like a rap artist on there or something, and he has no idea who the song was sung by, and it might even be like written by one of the other judges, and he'll turn around and he'll go, now I know you shouldn't pick me because it makes no sense, but I want to tell you I've won this show more than anybody else, and you just got a voice out of this world, man. Let's shock the world. Pick me as your coach.
You got to sell it.
And then, he talks about when these people come on and they say, I'm from Tennessee or Oklahoma, Nashville, whatever, and he starts talking about how he's from there. Now the other coaches are giving him a hard time. You sold out. You moved to L.A. and you're marrying, the biggest L.A. person there is, in Gwen Stefani. It's pretty fun. It's pretty comical.
Yep. Well, we've had with our alumni, Kick Brooks is one of the alumni of our university. He came out with a golf outing with Terry Bradshaw a couple years ago. So we got to
big spare conversion there.
Hang out and watch them and, do a little bit of golf and things.
That's cool. Now, Matt, here's kind of a little prediction on my part here. Vanderbilt leaves that split and converts it. And now Sam Houston leaves a split and doesn't convert it. So you talk about momentum here. Sam Houston has 144 in the 7th. So, they can bowl 234. And Vanderbilt has 98 in the 5th with a spare up, can bowl 238. I give the advantage to Vanderbilt despite being down in the match, just off of the momentum of picking up that split.
Yeah, this next shot by Sam is definitely going to decide what happens this game.
Right there, answers.
So throw a great shot, confident shot, come off with that energy and give it to your teammate.
Not quite a fast 8. Little high for a fast 8. 4-7.
Like I tell my team, the more we strike, the more they squeeze.
That's true. .204, 198 paces here. But now this shot in the 9th is huge.
Yeah, if she carries this one,
we're looking at a game 7. Well, I think we're looking at a game 7. This could be said for any sport, but what's amazing to me is after a full game of team, 5 games of Baker, 6 more games of Baker, it comes down to 1 game.
Yeah.
You could have just walked in here and bowled 1 game and got out of here. Right?
Well, the girls asked yesterday, why couldn't we just do that? Because it seemed like it went down to just 1 game every time.
But then again, in any other sport, like football or whatever it may be, you could also say that is, well, why don't we just give each team the ball and see if they can score, because it's after all this, it's tied, so. But hey, 218 max score for Vandy, 234 for Sam Houston.
Oh,
leaning on it. So let's tally up the math here. 213 is the max score here for Sam Houston. So Mabel Cummins can go up and double in the 10th and not have it go to 7 games. Now, she had a chance to double earlier to end this thing, and she didn't. She struck and then didn't strike. And Denise got up and threw 2 in a 10th. Mabel's got the first one.
Well, this spare is key right here.
Mm-hmm.
If I was Denise, I'd jump back up on the lane and throw a strike and really put the pressure back on her. It looks like that's what she's going to do.
Sure is. So 213 here. Possible.
You notice when we bowl, we always finish before the other team, 90% of the time. It's because we just get up there and throw our shot and make them beat us.
All right, Denise fills it up. So that's all they can do now. They just sit back and wait and see what Mabel does on this shot right here. So if Mabel Cummins goes up and throws a strike and gets 6 pins on her next ball, Vanderbilt will advance to the championship in the winner's bracket. Now, if she doesn't strike, we're going to go to a game 7 to determine who will advance and who will take on Matt's La Tech team in the morning. That's going to do it right there. A chance to double for her team, and she does it this time around. Now she's got to get 6 pins on this ball. So basically we're just trying to avoid the 3 6, 7, 10.
Well, there's been a few times this year where we've doubled in the 10th and got a 4 count. And sorry for Allie, 'cause I know you're probably listening to this, but she was good at that for a little while.
And I think that another possibility could be, a Greek church, something like that. So we're wishing well wishes here, but you can never count this out.
No, and there's been a lot of Greek churches.
So right here, would you advise your player to do something a little bit different just to try to get 9? Would you straighten out the angle a little bit, not have an opportunity for it to dive so hard at the head pin, or you just?
I may just tell him go 2 and 1 left just to make sure that it gets to the right.
Okay. All right. Well, Mabel Cummins right here, opportunity to close it out, advance in the winners bracket, bowl for the title championship here tomorrow. Got to have 6. That's enough. 5-pin falls late. All right, a huge celebration down there. 218 for Vanderbilt. Going to take this one 4-2. And that's going to do it here.
It looks like we got Sam in the morning.
Yep, that's who you guys have. Matt, thanks for spending some time with me, man.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
It's Matt Nantes from Louisiana Tech. Enjoyed spending a little bit of time with him in the booth. Really enjoyed that. Matt does a great job with the program. Really proud of him. Looking forward to seeing him bowling on Sunday for the first time, or his team bowling on Sunday, I should say. And that's going to do it for today's coverage here from Colonial Bowling Center here in New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling. We saw a great day of action here today. Not going to miss tomorrow's action, starting at 8 a.m. Central tomorrow. I want to thank everybody for participating in the chat today. I want to thank the Southland Bowling League for having me here, Thomas Samuel and his team. I want to thank Rick Barbera, our tournament official, for being here, looking over things, making sure everything's being ran top-notch. All of you that have been joining us as well. Thanks for watching bowling today, Women's Collegiate NCAA. We'll see you tomorrow morning here from New Orleans. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you then.